What pisses you off while playing video games? When you're at a part where if you die you have to watch an entire cutscene again, no skips. Or games with no indication that the cutscene will lock you out of a previous area with no way back to it. Also, not giving you an indication of the point of no return. Trying to explore a little and you find out you missed something really good because you stepped a toe over the wrong line and scene. I got myself permanently locked in an extremely late area of Breath of Fire 3 because it gives you a choice then lets you save. Problem is you can't finish the game without making the right choice, and you only get one chance. I was playing 7th Saga and used all my stockpiled consumables to barely beat what I thought was the last boss who then flung me backwards through time. I immediately saved because it was like an hour-long boss fight, then walked out of the little grove of trees and got wrecked by the first enemy because I had only one character alive and no way to heal up. I was effectively progression soft-locked because you had to walk about 200 squares on the overworld map without an encounter or running away successfully on the first turn to get to the next town to heal up, and even if you made it there was a mandatory fight to get into the town. When the main character does something in a cutscene that they can't do during gameplay. Or the reverse. When the plot relies on them being unable to do something that is no problem during gameplay. Mass Effect 3. Ducking Kai Leng radiating a cutscene moron field that Shepard can't withstand. Kai Leng is one of the worst antagonists in gaming history. Everything about this character is so ducking cringy. And it's so weird, the characters in the rest of the series are all absolutely amazing, and then there comes this wannabe ninja out of nowhere and annoys the shit out of you. There is a Kai Leng as some alternate universe where his cringiness is noted and played with. In one of the books he's so petty that he eats Anderson's cereal while in his apartment. That could be an amazing petty dickhead character, but we got a Hot Topic writer's pet edgelord. When my character can't do things I could do, like climb over a 3-foot-high wall. Could skip half of Dark Souls 2 if you could just climb a wall. Gilligan is personal friends with Miyazaki. Escort quests. The target is always trying to get themselves killed. Or when you walk with the NPC but your normal speed is faster than them and you constantly have to keep stopping to keep with their pace. Witcher 3 nailed that mechanic. They'd match your speed every time, even if they were leading you somewhere. If you walked, they walked. If you ran, they ran. When your character says something different than what you meant with the chosen dialogue option. La Noire picked out in a completely calm interrogation, so far stop lying, you piece of shit, or I will shoot you right there. When I increase the difficulty but it only makes my character weaker. When you beat the boss but then the cutscene has you lose. Bitch, I handed that guy's ass to him. Those bother me because what's the point in winning the fight? Couldn't I just let the boss walk all over me with the same outcome? Why do I have to beat him just to watch myself lose? Why can't I just lose and get the cutscene? I liked how Halo Reach approached dying in a cutscene. You fight endless waves of enemies until you eventually lose. It feels like a losing battle from the start, and I much prefer that if the reality is I lose no matter what. Yep, it sucks if the game makes you try again when you lose, then the win condition is watching a cutscene where you lose. If the cutscene has me losing, then just let me lose and still progress. The inverse of this, where an early boss is basically guaranteed to whomp you but you can beat it if you're good enough, is a lot of fun so long as the time is taken to make some small change to the scene that follows. I know there's one in one of the Kingdom Hearts games where if you manage to win you then pass out from exhaustion right after, which is cool. Cutscenes that cannot be paused. Yeah, nothing like I'll go pee when I clear out this room, just one more thing to go, and done. Oh wait, shit, a cutscene, and it's important to the story, and it's really long. Then when you try to pause, it instead skips the whole cutscene. The posture I always find myself in. What do you mean? Chairs were made to be laid down on, and you can't prove me otherwise. No, you contort yourself into a pretzel to properly sit in a chair. 3D games where you can't tell where you will land after a jump. And then you land it but you reflexively jump again a little bit because you hit right at the edge and you fall off. When this happens and I reflexively jump again, sometimes by some miracle I still make it and then panic jump again and then die. Lag. I've played so much lagging video games when I was a kid that I think it impaired my reflexes in real life. Lag truly sucks. I lived in Asia but played online with my American friends. I am so used to lag that it definitely throws off my playing. Getting stunned constantly. Ha ha, you got up and I stunned you instantly again. Isn't this fun? Welcome to a stun loop for the next 95 minutes straight. When my late game God mode character who can kill anyone and everyone in the game randomly gets snuck up on and dropped by one punch in a cutscene, putting me in the villain's clutches. Even better when you just shredded the villain in the boss fight, but then you lose because the script says so. One of the things I really liked about Dragon Age Origins is that there's a boss fight that's really difficult, and if you lose you then have an escape from the dungeon mission. However, if you manage to defeat the boss, there's no stupid cutscene where you get defeated. You just stroll out the building without getting captured or thrown in the dungeon. Everyone in the house suddenly needing me for one reason or another. Yeah, I swear to God, it's as if they can smell that I booted up my system to play a game. They're alerted to the sound of you getting to sit down for the first time in 5 hours. Binary moral choice system. Option A, donate to the poor. Option B, eat babies. 1. I am good. Please let me run all your errands for you while you sit idle. 2. I am evil. I am going to stab you and then rape your children as you lie on the ground bleeding out. 3. I am neutral. Pay me some money and I'll do something. 4. I am bored of this terrible writing, and wish to exit this conversation. A. Yes. B. No. C. Sarcastic yes. D. Yes. Good old Fallout 4. 90% chance to hit miss. If it ain't 100% accurate, it's 50% accurate. Why I choose Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, and Flamethrower instead of Blizzard, Thunder, and Fire Blast. Thunder does stack with Rain Dance though. If you Rain Dance first, Thunder ignores accuracy. How shit I am. I can see you're having problems with the tutorial level. Would you like to change the mode to only story? People that yell at you for messing up when I'm just trying to chill after work. This is why I turn off voice chat in games, even though some of my best experiences were with a solid squad working together. When games waste my time. So many games are padded with unnecessary bullshit and it's like I only have so much free time in my life. It's probably the #1 reason I'll drop a game or not finish it. I like a good long game, but I do miss the 10 to 15 hour story-based linear games. Perfect length to play through a week after work. I played so many back in the 360 PS3 era and kind of missed them. I replayed Ghostbusters, 2009, recently and it was just perfect to pick up for an hour or two after dinner. Not everything needs to be a big open world, quest-filled epic. Games like Deadpool, Force Unleashed, BioShock Infinite were great after a long day of work to relax too. Besides the GOT game, are there any other good ones? Edit, thanks for all your suggestions. Crazy leaps in difficulty. My options for Civ 6 are currently beat the game with little to not difficulty or move to the next level where I am in last place for Eviri category the entire game while barely fending off barbarians who have units twice as advanced as me. To piggyback on your comment, it's always bugged me that in Civ and many other games like it, a difficulty increase doesn't mean the AI plays better, but instead means they get production bonuses. Will get penalties. They will still run their units into a meat grinder or fail to defeat a simple basic strategy or trick. The game doesn't really get more difficult, it just means you need to find out how the AI falters. It also means you don't get to improve your tactics against a similarly strong opponent, you just need to get really efficient at massacring their shitty units. The best way I found to beat higher level opponents was to create a World War I style killing field where I draw all the opponent's units into, shoot them with ranged units from multiple angles and then quickly run in and defeat a city when they are low. This would usually be a crap tactic against humans who are good at the game, but it works okay against higher level AI. To beat AI on the highest difficulty in Civ V, you are basically just farming their unit spam for XP on ranged units until you hit +1 range on ranged units. This lets you hit a city without being hit back once you finally push there. Anything else results in you being shredded by their stronger units and their cities with crazy defense due to the tech lead and the ability to actually build walls without compromising their curve.